The readings this weekend invite us to a profound and clear invitation to our call. Be good disciples. Beyond our human ambitions, beyond our human limitations as jealousy, face our eyes in God and receive first from Him all the graces we need to deal in daily life. To get us in a context, our Lord Jesus Christ was journeying with all His disciples. We too. We are journeying, but as we are journeying, we are talking and we are presenting to the Lord all our realities, all our needs. As we see, the gospel is telling that our Lord take the time to explain to them what was waiting for Him. That He needs to go through the suffering, that He needs to go through all these realities for the salvation of the whole world. But they don't get it. And they were afraid to ask. Many times that happened to us as well. We are not completely sure about how to respond to realities in life. We don't know, we don't have the wisdom, but at the same time, we don't ask, we don't question. And that's an invitation of today, as we heard in the second reading. Sometimes we ask the wrong things. But how we get there? What is the right things to ask? How to go out of that afraid zones and to present ourselves to the Lord? I had like a little invitation. Sometimes for us, when we are here around the altar, when we are gathered as one community, it's easy to do our prayers, or it's easy to be Christians. But the challenge reality is where we live the church. When we are living our faith among family members, among our co-workers, among there in the real world, then the challenges started. And then we don't have all the responses, we don't have all the realities we need to. And it's there when we are invited to raise our eyes to God, to implore that wisdom we heard in the first reading. In the first reading and the responsorial psalm, we see as the reality of the righteous person being persecuted, being afflicted by others who wants to test him, who wants to see if God responded to him. And it's the same reality for all of us today. And it's a great invitation to have faith and trust that God has plans for each one of us, that all the realities are in His control, sometimes not in our control. It's an invitation to remind that in any times of tribulation, our eyes need to be fixed in Him, and to express and to live this faith in actions. In the second reading, St. James gave us a practical insight into those difficulties, those realities, and gave us the context of being in the Spirit of God and being in the spirit of the world, and how we are in the middle. How often we see those divisions, those conflicts in the realities we are facing, we are living. But not everything is lost. St. James invites us to implore that wisdom that is from above. That wisdom that is pure, that is peace, that is gentle, that is mercy, that is coming to meet where we are. And St. James also highlight that many of those prayers we feel that are an answer, but there is an invitation. Many times, especially when we don't know how to ask, a no is an answer. Probably because what we are asking is not the right thing, or probably because that is not the step that we need at the moment. And it's there where that invitation is for each one of us, trusting that God has the last word, trusting that there is nothing wrong in presenting all our doubtness, presenting all our problems, the realities, but waiting that there is a way, that is a mysterious way. There is that call to respond. As we see, our Lord Jesus Christ was journey in a company of all the disciples and the whole community. And there, sometimes Jesus took a moment by himself to pray. We are around the altar. We are gathered in his name. And today is one of those moments where we are around our Lord Jesus Christ, and he one more time is asking, what were you discussing or arguing on the way? In other words, what is the reality that is afflicting you? Or what are the realities that are separating you from me? Or what stopped you not to come into confession? Or what stopped you between having a good relationship with your brothers and sisters? Or what stopped you between being a good disciple, being a good model over there in the place you are working? Is a crucial invitation to examine ourselves in front of the Lord, and a close invitation to place Jesus in the middle and to deny ourselves and allowing Jesus to be in control of our lives. And then from there, we are responding to all the challenges we had. It's not easy, but it's God's invitation for each one of us to deny ourselves, to acknowledge he has the last word, to believe that he is able to help us, to carry our cross, to take our lives presented to him and follow him.